I will say this is actually hands down the most important aspect of starting a fitness journey, working out, doing exercises, is you have to get the form down. That's why practicing the exercises is so important. Without proper form, your form breaks down, right? Which causes compensations from other muscle groups, which can cause injury. Injury will cause a huge setback and could possibly prevent you from wanting to continue in the future that specific habit, which was working out.
Transmission received. Authorization granted. Welcome to the video.
What's up, dreamers? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day or had a fantastic day, depending on where you are located in the world. And I want to let you know that you are awesome. Welcome to Driving and Vibing. Good job, team. I know you said it with me as I said that. That's what I was doing there. What is the vibe? What's the vibe today? I want to talk about tips for getting started at the gym or just working out in general. Tips for getting started working out or going to the gym. This is a topic that I think is pretty important because I've said this in other videos, but because going to the gym or starting working out with the information that's out there and the amount of exercises is intimidating. It can be very intimidating. But there are some tips and tricks you can do to get you started to help build that habit and to start a nice little fitness journey. And I have to say, the habit part of this is the most important aspect, okay? Going to the gym is one thing, exercising is one thing, learning all the exercises and, all of that, every aspect is one part, but the habit is what is most important, because you can learn everything you need to about exercising. You can learn every exercise in the world, which would be pretty impossible. There's so many. I guess maybe not impossible, but it would be hard because there's so many. You can learn all of that, but if you don't have the habit to go continue to work out or to get yourself there, it only gets you so far, right? So the first tip I'm going to say is find a partner, find a friend, a family member, somebody who's also interested in starting a fitness journey, or somebody who is seasoned, somebody who has been in a fitness journey and is already working out and maybe going to the gym or doing at-home workouts, and ask them to partner up. Ask them if they would like to join you or if you can join them, and start going with them. That would be like an accountability buddy, right? So you bring accountability to yourself. You can both hold each other accountable, which is definitely a good pro here. Another pro would be that it is a boost in motivation. Going with somebody is definitely a motivation boost, because now that person's excited to go, you're excited to go, maybe it's a good friend of yours. Now you're both excited to go to hang out with each other, but also to, get your workout in for the day, which I think is a very powerful way to start a habit with that kind of motivation. You can learn together at the gym, right? So maybe you both don't know very much or are just starting out, and you can learn together, which makes it fun, right? Learning together is fun. And if the person has been working out for a while, maybe they can teach you while you go about working out, and they can show you things that work for them, that didn't work for them. You can try them out. Obviously there are individual variances. We talk about variances a lot, and that could help further boost the motivation to kind of keep going at it. So find a friend. Another tip is, work slow. And by work slow, I mean start 1 to 2 days a week if you want to go to the gym, or if you want to do at-home workouts. Both are just as powerful as the next in regards to fitness, health, and wellness. Start slow. Do 1 or 2 days a week and focus on making sure that you hit those days each week for however many weeks. We'll say 1 to 2 months, right? And then you can work off of there. But you got to build that habit. I'm going going to talk about habits a lot, but building habits is crucial. Without good habits, the wellness journey kind of halts, right? A lot of things halt. Without these good habits or forming these habits, you can't really progress. So you got to build these good habits, start 1 to 2 days a week so that you don't get burned out. You don't want to get burned out. There's a lot of information, especially when you're first starting out. So 1 to 2 days a week will allow you to, learn the information that you need leading up to, if that's what you need to do. And also will prevent you from burning yourself out, especially since building a habit can be hard, it can be difficult. I will tell you that building the habit for myself, going to the gym, I was fortunate to have a partner. I will say that was more than likely the reason why it stuck at the beginning. Building the habit took me many, many months for me to get through the habit. Now I just learned something very important about habits. Habits can be built by people with the individual variances that everybody has. Habits can start to be built within 7 days, all the way up to 250 days. I did just learn this. It sounds like it's a ton, but again, that's all individual variances. It sounds like that's a ton of days, but again, building the habit can be tough, but once you get past that little first initial hump, it becomes so much easier because now you're enjoying doing it. It's now a habit. Habits are kind of easy to do because they are habits. They kind of just flow within you, right? So take it slow. That is another important aspect of this, so that you do not get burnt out. You do not want to get burnt out immediately starting a routine, even within the first month, because then the setback could take you another couple of months to want to try again. I mean, this happens a lot. So take it slow. The third and probably last tip for this video that I'm going to give is practice the same exercises. And that might be confusing to some people because there's a lot of information out there, trainers and all these other people, and they say that you need to switch it up often to not have the client get bored or the person working out get bored, or not find the workouts interesting. This is true. Eventually it's going to get to the point where you might find the exercises less interesting because you're doing the same thing every week. And I'm not saying do the same thing forever, but I'm going to give an example of what I do. It's important. Before I get into that, one of the most important aspects, I will say this is actually hands down the most important aspect of starting a fitness journey, working out, doing exercises, is you have to get the form down. That's why practicing the exercises is so important. Without proper form, your form breaks down, right? Which causes compensations from other muscle groups, which can cause injury. Injury will cause a huge setback and could possibly prevent you from wanting to continue in the future that specific habit, which was working out. So form is crucial. So focusing on the form, which is why I said practice the same workouts. I learned this very early, and I'm very thankful I did. I have been doing the same routine. I've been switching between 2 routines actually at the gym. It was a 6-day a week, and now it's a 4-day a week. I switch back and forth depending on my goals. Goals are important. I'll make a video about goals. We'll get into that, but goals are very important, and switching up your goals is also very important. But I go back and forth between these two programs, and I alter them to how I see fit, but they're always the same exercises. I did this, and I chose the programs at the beginning with similar exercises so I could perfect these exercises. Do I change it up periodically? Yes. I will say every 4th week or so, I switch up just to make it easy for you to understand, the sets, the reps, how many times I lift that weight, and how much weight I do. So I'm altering variables. That's what I do to keep it interesting. But at the same time, I'm very much interested in keeping my form proper and preventing injury. So it never has really bothered me that I'm doing mostly the same exercises every however many years I've been working out. right? And that's because form is so important, and I want to build muscle. I want to build endurance. I do not want to get injured. I want to make sure I perfect the craft. Practice makes perfect. So I think that is the 3 most important tips. Find a partner if you can, right? Take it slow and practice. Practice. Thanks for tuning into this video. This video actually gave me some good ideas for future videos, so I'll make those. If you liked what you saw here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It greatly helps out the channel. If you have any tips or tricks that you use, by all means, let me know in the comments. I would love to read those, and I hope to see everybody in the next video. Later, dreamers.